Hello, this is Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then please subscribe. I would love to have you a part of my paper crafting junk journal journey. I do lots of different paper crafting tips, tricks, tutorials, flip throughs, and today we are in the part 3, final part of our June junk journal project with me. Every month we do a project together that is junk journal related, and this month, we are doing a 9x6 fabric covered 1-inch spine cross-stitch journal featuring some illustrations by Kate Greenaway. So we finished the cross-stitch tutorial yesterday, and today we are going to be adding embellishments. I am so excited about this part. I have all my embellishments here from the kit. You would have gotten the same or similar if you purchased my kit. If you have not purchased one and you'd like one so you can follow along, then add this video and the others to your watch later list, and you can order this and I will get it out to you. All of the ones that have been ordered up until this time have been shipped out, so yay, you should be getting that soon if you have not already got it. Here we go. All right, so I'm just going to start going through it and talking about why I put it in there and what I'm going to do with it. So here's a piece of stationery. Some of you may have gotten this. Some of you may have gotten something similar, a different piece of stationery, or a small coloring book page that was about this size. And my idea for this is super, super simple. It is just additional journaling space. And all I am going to do is fold it in thirds. I know it takes a degree, a bachelor's degree, to learn how to do that. And I am just going to clip it to this front page. So when you get right into the journal, that's all I'm going to do is just grab a little paper clip, and I have this adorable little blue clothespin, and I'm just going to clip it on there. That's all I'm going to do. Super simple. That was my idea for that. You could do something else if you wanted to. Then I have 2 sheets of vintage wallpaper, and I actually have 99 of these images on my shop. You can get them digitally or you can get them printed, but I included 2 pages in this kit, and we're going to talk about a couple of different things we can do with it. The first one, super simple, is making a pocket, and I'm just going to choose an image that I like, and I'm just going to make a little pocket out of it. There's lots of other things you can do with it, but I really want to make pockets, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to flip through till I find a little spot that I want to put it. I am going to ink it up with some Distress ink. This is Vintage Photo, but you could use any ink you have. I like the cheap brand from Hobby Lobby just as well. And then my Elmer's Extreme School Glue. This is my new go-to glue when I am not using my hot glue gun. I was so excited to find it. It's only $4 for this bottle. And then I'm just going to glue down 2 of the edges so we make a nice little pocket. Tuck spot. I guess it's more a tuck spot. Pocket, tuck spot. Doesn't matter. So we're going to glue that down right there. And then I'm going to look and see. I have a folder here with bits and pieces. So we have some Project Life cards in this kit, and I'm going to choose this one that says today the weather is, and I'm not doing any additional sewing on any of this. You can get your sewing machine out. I'm just inking up the edges. I think that that's a really nice sentiment not sentiment, but prompt is what I'm looking, journaling prompt. And I'm just tucking that right in there. And there's other journaling cards in here, and I'm probably going to put those throughout as well. Just gonna find some more of these wallpapers that I like. This is just super simple. I'm not going into anything super advanced. These are just things that you can do easily and quickly to make a functional journal. I love having tuck spots in the journals that I actually use, because when you get that thank you card from somebody, or you get I don't know, a cool piece of junk mail that you'd like to use or something like that, and you want to quickly slap it in your junk journal, which is what I like to do, then it's nice to have these little tuck spots where you can just tuck it right in and you don't have to get out your glue. You don't have to find a paper clip. And then I have another little junk journal card right here. And in this kit, there's also some little punched out doily hearts. They're from a Martha Stewart punch, and I'm just going, oh, this little girl is so cute. So I am just going to ink the edges of that and glue it onto this heart just to add. Junk journaling does not have to be complicated. I love looking at the beautiful junk journal books as much as you do, but it does not have to be complicated to be pretty. I think that there's so much beauty in simplicity. There's so much peace in simplicity. And just little things like this. And these are amazing for writing journals because there's nothing really hard to write over or anything like that. So we're still just making these pockets and adding them places. We are going to find the middle of a signature and do something I enjoy doing to a middle signature. Let's see here. Let's find a middle of a signature. Here we go. Okay. So sometimes it's hard to figure out what to do in the middle of a signature because it's the same paper and it doesn't really... Okay, so anywhere else in a journal, here you have two different kinds of paper. Here you have two different kinds of paper. But this is the same, and especially if it's coffee dyed like this, yeah, we might need to break that up. So one thing I like to do, let's just cut this here to make two triangles. We're going to ink it up. It's the simple things in life, it really is. Okay. And if you love your journal bling, just jazz it up. Add pieces of lace, add buttons, add stickers, add, you know, lots more things. Okay, so this one was going to be the wrong side, so I'm going to need to grab another one so I can cut the opposite. Okay. All right, so I'm going to need to cut it this way to make the pattern go the right way. All right, so that's going to go on this side. Going to grab my ink again, ink it up. Glue. And I'm going to put it on the opposite page. Now we have these kind of facing tuck spots. I love this effect for the middle of a signature. Love it. And I just think it adds so much. So now you can tuck in like a photo here and a photo there, and it is amazing. Or like you can, here's some like journaling prompts that look really cute in the middle. I'm just going to ink this up. So I think we have the idea of what we can do with some of these wallpaper pieces. I'm not going to do all of them. This video would be forever because there's a lot of them, but those are some things you can do. Another thing that, well, here's more. I just keep thinking of things. Let's cut another one out. Y'all can turn me off or fast forward me if you're tired of looking at wallpaper. I heard one of my subscribers say that they printed out this on, I think it was like a textured paper, and it felt and looked like real wallpaper. So that is definitely something that would be so much fun to do. Really super simple. I do it all the time. Just ink around all the edges, find a page that needs something, and just clip it at the top. Ta-da! And then when you're going through, you pull it out, write your little note, tuck it right back up in there. So perfect. I love that as a little hack. All right, let's look at some of the other things we have in here and what we can do. We have one more journal card, and I'm going to show you another super simple trick, which you probably already know, but, you know, whatever. We're just going to fold it in half. And we're going to find a page that needs some excitement. We're going to grab a paper clip, if I can find one. Got one. Oh, goodness. That was my funny bone. Clip it on. Now we have it on both sides, kind of like a tab, but the other thing you can do with this is you can tuck things. So I've got this little, and it will come in your kit as well. It's a sticky note. It has some leaf stitching on it. There's actually 3 sticky notes, and you can, what I usually like to do is put a line of hot glue here and then like hot glue it down. The other thing you can do is just slip it in somewhere so you can move it around wherever you want. Definitely, that is a great idea. And like on this side, we can grab another one of these little doily hearts, ink it up, slip it on. Super cute. All right, let's see what else we have. We have these really exciting paper ribbons, and what I did differently for this kit is I kind of started the prep for you. I sewed them, so they're pre-sewn. If you buy this kit, there's 9 of them, and 3 of them have eyelets, and we're going to talk about that. Super exciting. If you pull out your eyelet ones, we're going to deal with those first. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Gonna find a page that's boring, and we're gonna glue it on. Glue adheres to the cotton or the polyester or whatever it is, and this threads really well. That's usually where I like to put the glue, and I usually use hot glue so that we don't have to wait around for it to dry. But this dries pretty quick, so we should be fine. I'm pressing it down really well, and we have a little eyelet. So if you look in your baggie, you're gonna find a garment pin. You're gonna find a whole bunch of little doodads too, whatever they're called. So I have this really, really, really cute little diamond, I don't know my shapes, people. Yes, I do. Ugh. Triangle. Even my 2-year-old knows that. And I'm going to clip it onto my, whatever that's called. You guys know what it's called. I don't need to tell you. I can't remember. I was going to say eyelet. It's not an eyelet. Garment pin. It's been a long day, people. It's been a long day. And the glue's coming up. Okay. See, that's the thing with hot glue. People ask, how do you get so much done? I use hot glue. I use hot glue. It would have been dried like a rock already. We're just going to clip that on there. And then we've got this adorable little dangle. When you close the journal, it's like junk journal jewelry. Isn't that cute? So we've got that there, and we're going to grab another one with an eyelet. I'm going to go a little further and find another boring page. And we're going to do the same thing. These paper ribbons add so much to a journal because it's kind of unexpected. I mean, I don't know. Something you don't see every day, like the fold. I mean, I see it every day because I use them every day, but just gonna put that on there. And then I'm gonna get another garment pin. And I have this cute little blue jingle bell. And I'm just going to put that on here. There's so many things you can hang off these garment pins. So many things. And then I'm just gonna fit it through this eyelet. And we got another little dangle. And we're gonna go to our last paper ribbon. Find another boring page. Glue it on. Grab our final garment pin, and we are going to take this green button. Buttons are really fun to put through these. I think they just add so much. I mean, who's expecting? I mean, okay. If you watch a lot of junk journal videos, you're expecting buttons and things, but you know, sometimes try to look at journals through somebody else's eyes. Okay, I just want to say this to encourage you guys. I know this is getting to be a long video, but I really want to encourage you guys. I hear so many of you, and I'm talking to myself as well. I hear so many of you be like, well, my work isn't good enough, and it's not fancy enough, and I don't have all the supplies. And stop and think about it through a normal person's eyes, not a junk journaler, like an experienced junk journaler who, you know, can fill every page full of stuff. Think about it through a normal person. Just think about buying a normal book in the store, okay? You're not expecting a button hanging off the page. Let's not forget the wonder of the junk journal and the joy of a journal. And let's not forget the beauty in the little things. We don't have to have 50,000 things in our journal. We can have one button and we can love it. So I don't know. I just really feel that's important to mention, because when we look at everybody else's work, everybody has a different style. Some people, you know, go to one garage sale and for $2 strike it rich and get, you know, a whole box full of vintage stuff that'll last them a year or more. And then some people, you know, they can't find anything and you have to use what you have. These paper ribbons, they're cutoff strips. Another thing you can do with paper ribbons is you can put them like this way, like a banner. I love that. So, and sometimes I think that my plainer journals, I'm like, oh man, it's just not that great. And then I look at a flip through of myself doing it, or I look at someone else who made one just as simple, and I'm like, that is just so beautiful. And just don't ever forget that the simple ones are beautiful. Just don't ever forget it. It doesn't mean you can't do gorgeous, and it doesn't mean you can't do over the board if you like it, but you know, find the joy in the simple things. So here I am just randomly putting on these ribbons on the edges. Just finding spots and gluing them on. Now, normally when I go through a junk journal, and I probably need to do a video like it sometime, it's just going to take forever. I start at the beginning and I go through each page and decide like this. When I put this on, if I was done, I would go to this page and I'd say, oh, wow, totally white blank page. Let's add a pocket. And I would ink up my little pocket and I would glue on my little pocket like so, right there. And then I would say, okay, now we need something to go in the pocket. And I would go, oh, wow, we have this really cool card. And I would ink it up or put it through my sewing machine, tuck it in and say, okay, I like that. We're good. And then I would flip the page and I'd say, well, that looks okay. And I'd flip the page again and I'd say, oh, let's put a stamp right there. And I would stamp on the page. And then I would flip and say, okay, I want to clip on some ephemera. And that's what I would do. And that way, reason I do that is I get the flow of the journal. It doesn't mean you can't skip around, and I've tried that before, but if I don't get the flow of the journal in the way that it would probably be used, then I just feel it doesn't come out quite as well. I don't know. It's just the way my brain works. I know most people, very, very few people do it that way, at least on YouTube. I don't see people doing it that way, but that's how I do it. All right, so now that we've added all of these ribbons, we are going to talk about some fabric tip-ins. And the queen of fabric tip-ins, in my opinion, is Amity Bloom, Nazi. But, you know, there's lots of ways to do it. So we're going to find a beautiful page here, and we're going to find, let's put this really sheer fabric over this. And then we are just going to, and actually, okay, here's my biggest tip with the tip-ins. Tip with the tip-ins, you need to zigzag. I mean, you don't need to. You can use hot glue. But I found it works the best and looks the most beautiful if you have a zigzag stitch and then the glue really grabs onto it. So I'm just going to zigzag these and I'll be right back. Okay, super simple. Just a zigzag. And I don't know, I'm sure you can see that maybe. All right. So if we put the glue right on the stitching, it just grabs better. And it also kind of hides it if any glue kind of seeps through. The stitching kind of draws your attention away from that. And normally I would use hot glue, which would already be dry, but yeah, anyway, so there we go. We're going to add that, and then we're going to just add here's my 3 trims, and I'm going to decide what trim I want, and then I'm going to just, don't overthink it. Sometimes the beauty is in just going with your gut. Just going to add that on. I think I'm just going to trim a little bit off so that it's not exact. These scissors are dull. Not exactly the same size. And then I'm going to put a button on. Okay. Let's see. Maybe just a pink little button. And I think I really need my hot glue gun for this. Okay, I put some hot glue on that. And I'm just going to put that. Oh, great. That's why I use hot glue on everything, because see, that glue isn't dry yet. Okay, so there's our little tip in, and I've left the sewing strings down here. And the purpose of this is you flip it up and you do some journaling or add a picture. This really sheer fabric. Okay, I just got to show you this, guys. Let's cut out one of these wallpaper ephemera pieces. To show you this because it's exciting to me. We're ink the edges because, as Nick the Booksmith said once, I am compelled to do so. I've actually been kind of forcing myself to do it less because not every piece needs ink, people, really. And I'm saying that to myself because sometimes I've overdone it. So I just have a glue stick, a Dollar Tree glue stick here. I am adding that all over, and I am going to just center it right here as a really pretty center to the page and flip that down, and you can see through it. And then you can journal all around it. I'm just really happy with that. I love how it looks. Okay, so let's find a place for this fabric right here. This is flipping under a little, so I'm going to trim it. And there's no right size as long as it fits on the page. You could cut it here and do 2 smaller ones if you wanted to. All right, this poor blank page needs something going on. So we're just going to add some glue to the stitching. I know this is a long video. And then we're going to... And then I'm going to grab, let's see, I have this lace and I have this lace. I like this one with it. And then I have this button. All right, I'm going to get some hot glue, I think. Okay, I'm just pressing the hot glue down here. And there's our next little flip up. Oh, dear. I'm making a terrible mess today. I have like a white backdrop behind my filming. It just kind of helps keep the light going in the right direction if possible, and I just dropped it, so no fun. All right, let's see here. All right, I hope we're back in business. All right, so there's that tip in, and then I have one more. Just gonna find another spot that looks like it needs something. I mean, a lot of these pages do, but there's some that are like really white. And you can layer this up as much as you want if you have more stuff in your stash. And you can use these pieces from the kit and cut them up. I guess I'm really going to need to get some hot glue. And I have this cute little bird button. Everyone in the kit has a different, like a bird button. So I'm going to use that here because I just think that's really cute, but I definitely need my hot glue. I think I'm going to have to take my extra hot glue gun and have it plugged in over here because I'm always needing it when I'm filming. All right, so there's that flip-in. So cute. And I think there's a couple of colored paper clips that you got that you can use to clip anything in. I'm just going to clip in this last little doily heart somewhere. And let's see. Maybe another piece of this wallpaper. All right, so we are coming to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this project. I cannot wait to share the next project with you. I hope that you will get ready to do that one with me for July. I just lost my paper clip. There it is. I'm just gonna find a page in here somewhere. Here we go. So here it is. You can see the little dangles. It looks amazing. I really think it's cute. And I am going to actually be sending this to somebody as a thank you. Somebody sent me a box of Happy Mail. And this is just going to be a thank you for that. I just think it's too cute to not share it with somebody since it's definitely going to be a while till I get a chance to use it. So I'm going to pass it along. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.